Assalamualaikum. Sini aja, pakai handphone itu. Assalamualaikum. Oh, ada yang tahu dia mana? Good morning to everybody. I was on holiday when Adam called me and he said that whether I would speak here. So my question was, why me? I'm not an HR professional. So why do you want me to speak? So I'll get back to Male and I'll speak to him. So when I spoke, I found out that he wants a different flavor. So I'm the different guy. I'm not a HR person, but I do a lot of talking, public speaking, personal development, mainly on customer service. So you know very well, when you are passively listening, after 30 days you forget most. But if you participate, you remember a lot. You agree with me? So are you ready to participate a bit? Okay, find a partner. Find a partner. Soon. Find a partner. Find a partner. So repeat after me what I say. Are you ready? Tell your friend, your dream is possible. You mean it, your dream is possible. If anyone can, you can. You deserve it. Dr. Bhatia said about caring people. You don't only care people by giving chocolate only. You can care people by words. I think he will endorse me that. Give him a round of applause. He has come all the way from Mumbai. Our mind is funny. As soon as you hear something new, something that you have not heard before, or something that is contradictory to your old belief, it kicks it. It says, no, don't accept it. Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you? When you hear something that is contrary to your old conditioning, immediately it says, no, don't listen to this. So what I want you to do is today, just allow some new thoughts, new concepts, new ideas into your mind. Because nothing happens if you think the same thing. You have to think something different. You have to have a new concept. Do you agree with me? Good participation. Yes means medium participation. Yes means real participation. Repeat after me. Yes. That's medium. Yes. Yeah, that's good. I was listening to Deepak Chopra once, and he said an average human being has about 60,000 thoughts per day. And out of which apparently 95%, 57,000 thoughts are the same as you had yesterday. And recently I was reading another research which says about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a person has a day. And out of which apparently the research says over 80% are negative thoughts. And of which 95% are repetitive thoughts. So can you imagine if you are thinking the same thing over and over again, and if you are thinking again the negative thing, how your life will be? Did you get my point? But if you are thinking the same thing again and again, and if what you are thinking is again negative, your life will be as you complete it. I'm not going to fill it for you. So what happens to you is, if you want a new result, you have to think differently. If you think differently, you feel differently. If you feel differently, you act differently. If you act differently, you get a new result. As simple as that. So are you ready for some new thoughts? Yes. Okay, here we go. What I want you to do is, I'll give you 30 seconds. When I say go, you think of a dream that you have. Any dream you have. 1, 2, don't share with anybody. 1, 2, 3, go. Your dream, what you want to achieve in your life. Think. Are you done? Are you done? Sure. Okay, now the next activity. So this is the challenging one. This time you've got to be honest to yourself. You've got to be true to yourself. Because this is where the fun begins. Now again I'll give you 30 seconds. But this time when I say go, you have to think like this. Today is the day anything is possible. This moment, any wishes that you think of is going to happen. If that is the case, don't tell me that I want a bike. I had a class like this in one of the islands, and I said, what's your biggest dream? He said, I want to have a bike. Come on, you can get better than a bike. Why do you want to think of a bike? Anybody can get a bike. So think of if anything is possible, what are you going to dream? Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, go on. Okay guys, come back. I've done this many times. If you are difficult, I don't know whether you can put this light bit lower or turn it up, I don't know. If you can. I've done this many times. And over again, what I have found is the second time, I don't know, you may be an exception. The second time people always have bigger and better dreams. The second time, I don't know about you. If you had better and bigger ones, the second time, please raise your hands. If you thought of only one person, only 2%, the second time. Maybe you're shy. Don't be shy. Nobody is going to eat you up. Okay. Why do people always, second time, when it comes to second time, they think of better and bigger ones? Generally what happens is, even before you make a single step, even before you do any work, you decide you are not capable. Who told you? You never tried, you never checked your possibilities. How do you know you can't? I said, I don't have money, I don't have resources, I don't have education, I don't have the skills. You ask anybody who is successful whether they had all the resources they wanted in their life. They didn't have and they started. Along the way they found it. I was listening to Jeff Masood. Who knows Jeff Masood? Who is he? Come on, sound. Participation. CEO of Amazon. The guy, when he founded Amazon, even at that time, even when they started, it became an overnight success. And they were busy, packing things. And what happened was his things were hurting. So he told one of his assistants, he looked at the guy and said, I think we should buy some packing, knee pads. Bezos was telling his assistant, we should buy some knee pads. So his staff looked at him and said, why do you need knee pads? Why not we buy packing tables? You know what I mean? So he was telling himself that was the biggest wake-up call. This guy who is the richest guy on the face of the earth, he didn't know that he needed to buy packing tables, not knee pads. Because that's how life is. You don't know everything. When you start, you find along the way what you need. I remember I grew up in Andu, the most southern part of Maldives. As a young boy, 9 years old, I was living with my dad in Andu. And electricity was not common like this. You might not even imagine how life was at that time. So Daddy would take me on the road during night, and he has his torch, and he put the light on, and he starts walking. I can see only feet away. I can't see end of the road. But as he walked, I can see further, and I reached the destination. That's how life is. If you have a dream, go for it. Along the way, you will find it. How you get it? None of your business. You will find it. That's proven. Just plan as much as you can. Just go for it. But here's the question. Is it your dream? Is it your dream? Or is it your papa's dream? Because in life you have many consultants. You get many free consultants in life. People will tell everything. What you can do and what you cannot do. That's all good. They are doing it, with good intention. But that's your dream. When I was growing up, not many people know this. My daddy wanted me to be a religious scholar. Can you imagine? And I was in Jamia Taulimat, Faisalabad, Pakistan for 2 years. I was there. That's what my daddy wished, that he would now complains why I didn't become a religious scholar. When I was growing up, my principal, Hassan Mahir, Dr. Shamim knows, he called me into his office and once said, Masood, you should become a lawyer. Because I talk a lot. My mathematics teacher, Arjun, I know many people. Arjun, anybody knows Arjun? Arjun said, if there's any time, multi-party system, you've got to be a parliamentarian. That's not bad. It's all good intention. And all these are good professions and a lot of money as well. But I said to myself, no, that's not what I want. I like talking to people. So I find a way niche how I can talk. So I spent 20 years on TV, basically doing things free. Amida would know that. I was not paid that much. Then I do this speaking. You pay me or you don't pay me, I do it with my best always because something I'm passionate about. So when you work on something, you got to work on something that you love, you care. Because if somebody tells you it's easy, ladies and gentlemen, he's lying to you. It's never going to be easy in life. You're going to face challenges. You're going to get knocked down again and again. But you can only step up and walk again if that is your dream. Are you with me so far? Are you getting anything? Yeah, that's very good. I know world is, very negative. The world is very negative. And because of this, it influences us. And we live in fear. We live in limitation. I know only one person in this room, personally. I know that person. Don't ask me even afterwards. When he or she was in Nepis, that's the only person I know that knows. Others I don't know that knows, but I know. But I found out something about you guys while I'm here. You know what? You want to hear it? Everybody, you've got a lot of potential. You've got a lot of potential. You've got so much potential that you can even surprise yourself. I know you've got a lot of potential that you can currently even imagine with what you can achieve. How do I know? Because human potential is unlimited. And I know many people don't use that. So you have a lot of potential. So can you please read after me? Here we go. I can achieve far beyond my horizons. In evidence of life, I have never explored. One of the greatest motivational speakers in the world is Les Brown, and he says people fail in life not because they have too high goals. They fail in life because they aim too low and hit. How true is that? Anybody knows Les Brown? Yeah, if you don't know, just Google. He's one of the top most motivational speakers in the world. Having a dream is not enough. Just thinking about it. But do we have a goal? How do you set goals? I don't think we have time to tell you about, but I can tell you something. Our mind is like a GPS system. What happens to GPS system? You put the destination, it takes you where you want. So if you put into the GPS system the same way you put into mind and lock it, the mind will find for you the answers. That's how it works. Because unless you know where you are going, you don't know whether you are going or not. If you are not going there, you can make a, change your strategy and work towards your goal. If Dr. Maria, where did you come from? Did you come from Mumbai? Yeah. Just imagine if Dr. Maria had gone to airline counter and said, "Madam, can I have a ticket?" What do you think the girl would say? She's not going to sell him a ticket. Because you cannot buy a ticket unless you know the destination. You can't just buy a ticket. The same applies to life. Life, you cannot buy a ticket unless you know where you want to go. So you have to have clear goals where you want to go. And the mind finds out for you. I'll give you a research that was done a long time, like in 1979, there was research done by Harvard. And the graduate students were asked whether they had goals. And apparently they found out 84% had no goals, 13% had goals, no plans, nothing written down, and 3% had goals written down and there was plan put down in paper. So what they did was, after 10 years, in 1989, they again asked the same MBA students. They wanted to find out how the result was. And what they found was interesting. The 13% who had goals, but it was not written down and had no plans, they were earning as much, twice as much as the 84% who had no goals. But the amazing thing is this, the 3% who had goals was written down, they had a plan to their best ability, and they were earning 10 times as much as the 97% put together. Amazing stuff. So this is the power of goals. So you've got to have your goals correctly. It's not only just a dream. You ask anybody, why did you fail in life? Why are you having a miserable life? You know what they come up with? My daddy didn't have money. My mother was not educated. I was brought up in this island. My teacher. And you plan anything, everything you can think. But I want you to go home today and look at the mirror and see the person in the mirror and ask the person in the mirror, did you commit to yourself? Did you give 120% to achieve your goals? Did you tell your friend when he called you, don't call me after 1 year because I'm working on my dream? Did you do that? Did you quit your coffee? Did you stop using your social media? Did you stop watching movie just to achieve your goal? You didn't do it, but you want to achieve something. In life, everything starts the moment you take responsibility for your life. Nothing happens until then. If you're not happy with fitness, Shipana will say, and she's gone. What do you do? What do you do? If I'm overweight, I can't ask my wife to go and do exercise for me. Jim Ron said very well, you can't ask somebody else to do push-ups for you. You've got to do your push-ups. So if you're not happy with your body, change it. Take responsibility. If you're not happy with your education, change it. You are the responsible person. It's never too old to change anything. It's never too old. I give you a good example. You know Sam Walton, Walmart founder. You know when he became a big success, he was 42 years old. Have you eaten in KFC? Anybody went to KFC? Yeah. You know the guy is, when he became a big success, how old you think he would have? He was over 65 years. He was on the road with his wife, selling samples to other restaurants. He became a success in 65. Why did he go to US? Why not we come to Maldives? I'll give you my own example. I'm sure most of you guys would have done your MBAs or your masters or your first degrees when you were 20s or at least late 20s. Am I right? Most of you have done your first degree before you were 30. Please show me your hands. Yeah, that's very good. Most of you. When I did, I was over 40 years old when I did my diploma. And I was 45 when I did masters. So it's never too late. If I had the dream by then, but I did it. Now you can't tell me that I don't have my masters. I would have done it. Never mind, I was 40. Who cares? So you've got to take responsibility for your life. Now this is an interesting guy. You know the guy. Who's this? I'm sure you would have heard the story sometimes. He took responsibility for his life. He always wanted to be a star. And he struggled, and he struggled, and he struggled, and he had no money. And he stole his wife's jewelry and sold it to somebody. You can imagine, if you steal from your wife, what happens next? What happens next? It's over. You don't want to be with somebody, steals things from you. It's over. He had no money. He went again. He sold his dog for $25. And he was crying, he said, when he sold his dog for $25. And after 2 weeks, he was walking and he saw, Muhammad Ali Clay, the great boxing legend, Muhammad Ali Clay, Chuck Webner. They were fighting, and he saw this on TV, and he said he got an idea. The idea was to write a script. And he wrote a script for himself, 20 hours. That's what he says. He wrote it 20 hours, non-stop, and he said he was shivering, because he was so excited. He knew that this is the right note, and he was trying to sell his script to people. And he was trying, nobody buys it. There comes a guy who wants to buy the script. And the guy says, I'll offer you $125,000 for the script. Can you imagine somebody who had no money, nothing? and $125,000. How big is that? $125,000. Is it big for you guys? Come on, some participation. Big amount. And Stallone says to the guy, I got to star in the movie. I can't sell the script unless I am the star. And the guy said, no way. I'm putting you as the star of the movie. The deal is over. And again, these guys come later. And they now offer him not to star in the movie. $250,000. Said, you are not the star, but we are buying the script. He said, no way. I'm the star. I'm not selling you the script. Rejected. The guys go and they come back again. Now they thought to themselves and said, no, we'll offer something that the guy is going to accept. And they offered him $325,000. And Stallone said, I want to be the star. I'm not going to give you my script unless I'm the star. Rejected. Now the guys come back again, and this time they offer him around $35,000 and say, okay, we'll give you $35,000, so you got to bear that risk. You're going to be the star of the movie, and the rest is history. The film is, which one is that? Rocky. Rocky is 1976 movie, and it was the highest grossing movie at the year. It won 3 Oscars, and Stallone became an overnight success. You know that. And even up to today, Rocky is considered as one of the biggest or the most admired sports movie that has been ever made. So that's how you take responsibility. Because he didn't want to go for second. I don't know, it's easy to say, whether you have the belief. Because I think Dr. Masood was talking about belief system that you have for somebody else. But anyway, you got to believe in yourself that you can do it. So what happens is when you are born, you are not afraid. You know that when a child is born, the child has only 2 fears. Any psychologists here, doctors. Now, I think there's somebody from medical field. Okay, what the psychologist says is, when the child is born, the child has only 2 fears. The fear of loud noise and the fear of falling. And it's other fears you learn through your life. So one of the things that limits us is the fear of failure. We don't want to fail. The other one is fear of rejection. We don't want people, to laugh at us. So we just play safe so that we can do things comfortably. But you have to go over the fear. I remember the first time I spoke in a public forum. That was back in 1984 or 83 in school. And there were other speakers before me and after me. I had 5 minutes to speak. And this is a true story. I stood in front of the podium and I said Bismillah, and 5 minutes was the time allocated. I spoke for 2 minutes, the rest of 3 minutes. The remaining 3 minutes I stood. That's it. I didn't go to school after that for a week. For another week I didn't even make eye contact with people because I felt so bad. When you were grade 8, Armenia students were there. You can imagine. Not only EPS. But I decided that that's a stepping stone. When I left school, I'm not just telling you, to boast or impress you, just to prove the point. When I left the school awarded me as the best speaker the school has ever seen, both in English and in debate. And all my life is based on public speaking. You already know that. So, thank you very much. So don't be like the circus elephant. Just because you fail once, it doesn't mean you are going to fail. You know what happens to circus elephant? When the elephant is small, the trainer takes the elephant and tries with a small chain. And the elephant tries to move and it can't break the chain because the guy is too small. But elephant, even when small, is bigger than us. But anyway, it can't break. And after 2 months, the elephant decides that I cannot move. So now this guy is big, 10 feet high, and this guy is around 5,000 kg, in weight, and still weighs with that chain. But the elephant can do something. He can break like this, the chain, like we break in a toothpick. But the guy has learned that I can't break, and he weighs with a small. So don't be like Okay. You can do better in your life, but you have to believe in that. One of the greatest speakers in the world is Tony Robbins. He says 80% of success is psychology, 20% is mechanics. If you have the right mindset, you can do anything. And there has been many other research done. Dr. Dweck, or Professor Dweck from Stanford University, she spent all her life in studying people, how people become successful. And she finds out this, and her book is called The Mindset. Some people have the growth mindset. People who have the growth mindset can do anything. In essence, but he says, if you believe and if you can put enough effort, there is the result. Effect is there. It's not reserved for this guy or Dr. Shamim. Had I wanted to be a football player, could I be a football player? Definitely. I'm going to play football. I might be better than Ashfaq, or I might not be as good as him, but definitely I'm going to play football. But I didn't put that effort. Could I play guitar? You think that I can play guitar? Sure, I can. If I wanted. I lived in a house where everybody was brought up as musician. But even now I know 12. That's it. When I sing on my wife doesn't listen to my singing. It was so good. Why? You think that I don't have the talent? Okay, maybe. But you think that I can acquire it? I can if I have the will and if I practice enough. Anybody wants to listen to my karaoke, welcome. But you're not going to come back again. You know, there's an interesting thing that happened in 1954. Prior to 1954, people believed in certain things. This is how belief affects people. They believe in certain. Human beings cannot run a mile less than 4 minutes. That was the belief people had. After trying, they couldn't achieve that, so they gave up. But there's a guy called Roger Bannister. This guy came up, and in 1954 he broke the record of 4-minute barrier. You know what happens after that? Everybody started breaking the record. Why? Because you believe he can do it. I can do it. So there's no reason if somebody else can do, you can't do it. You have to put a lot of effort. Okay, this is my last slide. I think I'm not over my time. But having your dream, having your goal, and doing all these sort of things doesn't help unless you do some work. And I have a chocolate that I brought today. You know the chocolate. If anybody has been to a seminar before I got that, the person might know what I'm trying to do. So don't. I'm offering this chocolate to somebody. Oh, by the way, do you love chocolates? You love, okay, very good. Who wants this? Who wants this? I want somebody to take a photo. Oh, yeah, do it. Yeah, I bought it 42 rupiah, not dollars. By the way, what's your name? Ashraf, where are you from? Back of one. Good. Okay. What did Ashraf do differently from the rest? You said you wanted. Come on. People say, I want. Nothing happens like that. It's all nonsense. I have gold, I have $1 million, the law of attraction. It doesn't work like that. There are things that happens to you, but you have to work for it. You wanted it, Ashraf only took the action. That's how he got it. I learned this in my life also. You know that I was an export. That's where I started my journey. And did you know that I fought for the country, November 3rd, who attacked? I have the medal. I can bring it next time. But you know what happened? When we were doing the record training, there was this, the mini tsunami, the Budurvalu, you guys remember? So before we completed our record training, we were brought into Male, so we never completed it. So What happened was, because I didn't complete my recruit training, I didn't know how to swim. Masood didn't know how to swim. I knew many things in life, but not swimming. My son, who was 5 when he learned how to swim, my daughter, she became almost like professional, like when she was 13 years old. But Masood Ali learned how to swim when he was 42 years. I learned how to swim when I was 42 years. A true story. Some of my colleagues know. Because when I grew up, I didn't learn, then I became so terrified, people would laugh at me, so I didn't bother. So something started happening in me. I look after a team of 150 staff, and out of that most are ladies, and we go on picnic, and everybody jumps into water, and they have water polo, and all these activities. So I sit. So they say, come sir, you should enjoy. I said, no, I'll look after you, so I'll wait. But I know from within me that I want to jump, but I don't know how to swim. And my daughter and my son, they swim and do all these butterflies and everything. They say, daddy, they call me, Dudu, come in and enjoy. I said, no, somebody has to watch you. But I know for myself, that's not the case. Because I want to enjoy, but I didn't know how to swim. So one fine day I decided, I'm going to do this. I took the action. I went to trek and I found a guy. I said, I was doing TV show at that time. I said, you teach me how to swim, and I'll give you something. I'll put you as a guest on my show. You give a lot of publicity, like trek. We'll do that. I said, how many days you want? He said, 20 days. If you can come 20 days, you will become a swimmer. So I decided to go. And he said, when you come, wear a short, t-shirt, goggle, and what else? With a kickboard. I had an Avenger motorcycle at that time. It's quite a big one. Can you imagine Masood Ali on an Avenger motorcycle carrying a small kickboard, and everybody at the trek, I'm sure most of the people around my age would know me, trying to breathe. Believe me, in 1 week, I did it. And one of my ex-staff saw me swimming and said, Masood, how did he get that? So the point is, you have to take action. When you take action, you get the result. How long? I'll tell you. How long it takes? I don't know. 6 months? I don't know. 1 year? I don't know even that. 2 years? I still don't know. But I know you can break through. It's like Chinese bamboo tree. I don't know whether you have heard about Chinese bamboo tree. The farmer plants the tree, the seed, and he waters and looks after the tree. Nothing happens. 1 year is gone. Nothing happens. He still looks after the tree, waters. Nothing happens. 3 years gone. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. He waters and looks after the sand and the tree, hoping it will come. Nothing happens. 4 years pass. Nothing happens. And 5th year something happens. It starts to grow. And you know what happens? In 6 weeks, it grows as tall as about 80 feet. That's how life is. If you keep working, one day, inshallah, you will break through. Be like a postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there. Thank you very much.